So I think this has really helped me understand where people are coming from. Like when I look at older generations, like my parents' generation, the baby boomers, prophets, archetypical prophets, it makes sense why, they speak things forth. It makes sense why they're desperate to get the ideals out. I just noticed this generation is so focused on making sure their ideals get out there in the world. It also explains things that young people do to the older generation. That thing was floating around the internet, I don't know, a couple of years ago, like, okay, boomer, very dismissive.
Right.
You could almost say, okay, prophet, that's what you're saying. Like you can almost hear the archetypical generational dismissal. Like you're just a prophet. You're just speaking stuff. Just, okay, whatever you're saying there, like we're talking about real stuff here, but you're just saying stuff.
Well, and also your time period is done.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's a sentiment of that. Now, I mean, it's really sad because we have lessons to learn from every generation. We have lessons to learn from every saculum. We should not be ignoring and neglecting older generations because they don't feel relevant. But there is a sense that like that's the saculum that's closing down. And there's a new saculum that is actually on the rise or we're about to enter. And that's the important stuff to younger generations.
And so what's happening in this total wartime period of winter is the battle is, it looks physical maybe, or ideological in like a visceral way. There's fighting or whatever's going on energy wise, but what's actually being evaluated is what values are we going to let die from this past saculum we just left, and what values are we either going to create new or take and put into the new saculum going forward. Like this is a reset moment, and war is often a reset moment. It's chaos and devastation, destruction. It's a forest fire that burns the ground that now new life has to spring out of. So we can see that energy. We're in this time period where there's a desperation to make sure that my values, whoever you are, is represented into the new world that's being created on the other side of all of this. And everybody's trying to fit it's like just everybody just trying to get their line items on that document or whatever, whatever's going next. It's like, It's got to be represented. And it's very desperate feeling.